Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla and this is my Tarot Corner. Today's video is going to be sort of a haul, sort of a first impressions kind of video. I received all 6 of these decks, right? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 6 decks here from Schiffer RedFeather. So a big thank you to them for sending these my way to show on the channel. So these are decks that came out last year, last fall specifically, in the fall-winter kind of combo. But they all came out last year. They're all out. So I will have links in the description box for them specifically. So if you're interested in anything, you can check that out in the description box. I wanted to just, I don't know, just sit and just take a look at them, have a first impressions kind of thing. Because some of these, I don't know much about, and there's others that I'm actually really excited about and really wanted to see more about them and things like that, and just show and just share my thoughts on them specifically. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on that. And I don't know, I'm not gonna go in any particular order per se, but I think I'm going to start with probably these ones specifically because they're not, I don't know if they're like really decks per se, but well, this one's not really a deck. It's just a learning, kind of like a learning tool. And this one I'm not really sure what this is exactly. It says a frame this oracle. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll start with these 2, and then we'll get into the other decks here. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the Tarot Training Sleeves. This is by James Jacob Pereri, I believe is how you pronounce that. Apologies if it's not. And Dan Williams. Again, all of these decks are by Schiffer RedFeather. So yes, so this is the back. It's like new to tarot kind of tool that you can use. It retails for $37.99 in the US. Not sure how much it retails for in Canada. The links down below are Amazon Global links, so if you're in Canada, they should take you to Amazon Canada. And this is what it looks like inside. So it gives you like detailed instructions, step 1, 2, and 3. And you have different steps here. So we have steps 1 and 2 here. And then we have steps 3. So this is specifically the major arcana. And then we have the minor arcana here. And then inside the box, we have about the authors, I guess. So yes. So yeah, it doesn't open again, so it is magnetic. It does close with a magnet, which is really good. Love the box. Not really a fan of like these dual trays, but for this kind of thing, I understand why they did the dual tray. I'm just typically, if this was a real, like an actual deck, I'm not a fan of this. Do love the box though. It looks like a little book. So if you put this on your shelf, it looks like a book, which is really cool. So I'll just put that there for now. So my understanding from this anyway, from what I read on the back, is that you have 2 steps here. So you have the card inserts. Okay, card inserts. And then you have the stickers that have all the keywords on them that you're supposed to stick on the inserts. Then you're supposed to take a deck of your choosing, whatever that may be. Obviously, the deck would need to be size like regular tarot. I don't think you could have anything bigger than this size, specifically for the inserts, because they won't fit. So if you want to use an oracle-sized tarot, you won't be able to fit that in here. So you can put these on the inserts, and then you can put your card in the insert to help you learn the tarot, along with these other cards that have an upright and reversed meaning, as well as a QR code that takes you to a website about the Fool. So, yes, which I'm assuming you could probably insert in the back of the card, like that. That way it's actually facing. So you could probably insert it like this, and then you have the card in the front, kind of thing. Now, not everyone needs a tool like this, honestly. I do like this in terms of the inserts. This is cool if you're the type of person who doesn't like to mod your deck. So if you're someone who doesn't want to write on their deck, this is a great alternative for that specifically. Though you could get, what do you call it, a label maker, and put the keywords on, instead of using these stickers, you could make your own with a label maker, pretty much, and use those instead on the inserts. Depending on, you know, what you believe your own keywords are and things like that. But this is definitely a great alternative if you're someone who doesn't want to mod your deck. Me specifically, I would never write on my cards. So for me, this is pretty cool. Though I'm not a beginner on tarot. I've been reading tarot for like 8 years now. So I personally wouldn't use something like this. But this would be something that would be nice to gift as like a beginner tool. And then you have 5 blank ones to create your own keyword stickers. So yeah, but again, you could, if you have a label maker, you could, you know, use that instead of these stickers. So yes. So yeah, it's packed really nicely in this nice box. I do really like the box. It does look like a interesting thing. Interesting design on it. I really like it. Then we have Frame This Oracle. This is by Juno Lucina, illustrated by Dan Goodfellow. So this is definitely interesting in the sense that you have 25 frames. It does come with a guidebook, so you could use it as an actual oracle. Okay, so I'll show you. So this is the inside of the box. It's actually like a window, so what you see is the book on top in the center. So on one side, you have an actual window. Okay. You could use this and put your RWS card in the middle and just have it on display like this, as if it's a window. Or you could frame this. I know people who actually use like frames, like actual frames, like a frame like this, for example, and they put their card inside. You could use that as like a decorative thing inside just to decorate a bit. That would be fun. Or you could use the other side, which has different keywords specifically. So we have identity, love, alliances, humanity, life, start, change, stop, image, reality, physicality, thought, aesthetics, ethics, decency, individuality, Guardians, Provokers, Watchers, Divinity. 21 is that which wishes not to be seen. Then we have Truth, Awareness, Synchronicity, and then lastly we have Void. I don't know personally what I would use these for, to be honest with you. I was thinking about it when I read the back, and I was like, wonder, I personally wouldn't use this with tarot, specifically just me. If that's how you want to use it, fantastic, please do so. Me specifically, I feel like I could probably make this into little pieces of art. So if I pull one, I could do like a digital collage, print it, and then put it behind, kind of thing. That would be interesting, I think. There is a guidebook that comes with it. There are the table of contents here. And it does talk about the frame. So let's just skip all of this. I want to go to the actual frame. So let's go with frame 6, which is Start. Okay, that's this one. Start. So what do we have here? So we have different information about the start frame. It represents the point in time and space in which something has its origin, the inception of a new, and is hoped better path, birth, inciting, incident, the launch, whether by choice, catalyst, or chance. Okay, so it talks about start. And we have some questions that you can ask yourself. Okay. Okay. Okay, here also it gives you some things. It gives you some quotes. It says, within this frame is the inspiration you need for a successful start. Use the wisdom to reframe your direction, to sharpen your focus and momentum. Interesting. So you could use this as a way to maybe understand, maybe it's just like a message. So you pull a frame and it's like start. So what is it that you want to start? Do you want to start something new? What is it? And then maybe you could like do something really cool and creative for the middle, and you can frame it and keep it somewhere, like on an altar space or by your bed or on your desk or wherever it is you read, maybe the cards or things like that, and do something creative with it. That's what the feeling that I have, that maybe this is how I would use it specifically. I don't think I would. You could use it with tarot for sure. Maybe you can use those questions as like a point of reference for reading or something, and be like, okay, start. What do I want to start? And then you pull a card, and that's the card that goes behind here, like that. And then you can do a reading, like pull some more cards and do a reading, get more clarity and things like that. That would be interesting too, actually. Use it for a spread. I'm really gonna have to think about this and read the guidebook. The guidebook is like chunky. Like, look at the information that's in here. See, look, they use it with the tarot, which is cool. So it has a lot of good information and a lot of questions and things to ask yourself. So you can use any of these questions, I feel like, to make a spread or to start a spread and things like that. So that's really interesting. Very interesting concept, I have to say. I'm interested to see where I will take it, because I don't really know, to be honest with you. Not this time, because I haven't used it yet, right? This is just me having like a first impression, just based on what I read in the back specifically. So yeah, how much does this retail for? So this retails for $29.99 in the US. So yes. So those were the first two. The other ones are actual decks. So I'm going to go one by one through them. Okay, so let's get into the first tarot deck, which is the Legend of Sleepy Hollow Tarot. This is by Nick Lawyer. I do have the previous edition of this particular deck, which is this one. So yes, this was the previous edition. I'm not sure if this edition here is still for sale. I received this, it came out 2 years ago, and that's when I received it. Or, yeah, I received it 2 years ago. And production quality was fine. Let me show you actually the tops. So just a comparison between the two. Same size. They seem to be the same box type where the top comes off. This is a very common box type with low scare veil decks. Though this deck is from RedFeather. But they have a similar box style, if you're not familiar. In terms of price, they are the same, $29.99 in the US. Tops are a bit different, so obviously this one is more expanded, this not so much, but they're both, as you can see, shiny. So it's gilded. Backs. Information, let's see. Yeah, information is kind of different for the two of them. We still have the pumpkin. This one looks smaller than this one. And obviously the covers are different as well. Here, same cards, new box is what they said. Okay, so they did a different box. Makes sense because this one's pretty loose. This one's not as loose, to be honest with you. I also feel like the production quality is actually better for the cards as well, to be very honest with you. This, my cards were, some of them, as you can see, some of them weren't cut properly. Like this card here wasn't cut properly, which honestly is not really a big deal for me specifically. I don't really care. As long as I can shuffle my cards, I could care less. These are the backs of the first edition, and it came with this book. So from what it says, the cards are the same. I'm assuming the guidebook hasn't changed either. Probably just a production change is pretty much what I'm guessing specifically. So with that, I am going to put this first edition away. And we have the guidebook, which is very simple. I will say that this guidebook is straightforward and to the point. So you have the information about the card, who's in the card, what's going on in the card, upright and reversed keywords. And you have the same thing for the minors, except you don't have that big picture on the side, like you see here. And it says items from Ichabod Crane's schoolhouse, for example. Instead, you have the pictures in the beginning, and then you go into the information. So it tells you who is in the, or what's going on in the card, and the keywords upright and reverse. So very simple, very to the point. I do really appreciate that the author and artist actually took the time to actually state who's in the card. I really don't like when fandom decks come out and they don't state who's in the card. Who's this character? I need to know. Like, it doesn't even matter if I know the story so well. What if someone just likes the look of the deck and they decide to buy it and they're not 100% familiar with everything from that particular story or movie or show or whatever it is, and they don't even bother to put who the hell is displayed in the card? Who's this? I don't know. This is like my biggest pet peeve. So I'm glad they actually did not do that. And they were really thorough. They were thorough in this version. And since it says on the box that it's the same cards, new box, I'm going to assume that nothing changed in the guidebook either, since nothing in the deck itself changed. These are the backs. So the backs are gilded, which is really cool, but there's no edging or anything on the card. So you can do that yourself, which is great. So We have Ichabod Crane. So this deck is just RWS. But of course, it is RWS to, you know, Sleepy Hollow. The Legend of the Sleepy Hollow. And Ichabod Crane and all that. But it's very RWS, in my opinion. Like, the themes are pretty much there. Look at this sun card. Love it. Little pumpkin patch. So cute. Judgment, which is burning at the stake. And we already know this is Ichabod Crane's school classroom. Witches dancing in the forest. Very RWS. Look at that. Oh, we have the Headless Horseman. The pumpkin on the sword. Oh, another pumpkin. The 3 sword threads. Gruesome. Gruesome 10 of swords. This 2 of Pentacles is interesting. This guy's the Emperor in the beginning. So, yes. I believe this is larger than standard tarot. Yeah. So it is a bit taller and a bit wider than standard tarot. So pretty much the white on this side. Or maybe the middle? No. Yeah. Just the white on the top and on this side, or on this side and the bottom would be make it not standard tarot. Cardstock is pretty nice in my opinion, though because of this gilding, maybe I'll have a hard time shuffling a bit. No. No, seems good. Oops. Seems good in my opinion. Actually, I really like how this shuffles. This new edition is way better, in my opinion. I really like the changes that they made. If they made any changes to the cardstock, or maybe it was just my printing just, I don't know, had some manufacturer issues. This feels way better, in my opinion. Like the gilding also feels better on the back than it did in the first edition. So I don't know. So I'll leave you with the Hierophant. And this is what it says for the Hierophant. Tells you who was there and yep. So yes, I'll leave you with the Hierophant for this particular deck. Then we have the Vedic Tarot. This is East Meets West. This is by Dewena Murphy Gibb and forward by Caitlin Matthews. This retails for $39.99 in the US. And this is what the back looks like. Very interesting. This opens like a clamshell, but it actually opens all the way, which is nice. So you have that whole space. There's a little blurb here inside, and then we have the book. Their books are always so thick, which is something I really appreciate from Schiffer RedFeather, because their guidebooks are always pretty nice, in my opinion. Especially in the decks that I have from them that are like my absolute favorites. The guidebook is like fantastic. So I'm really excited to actually read through this because it looks like it'll have a lot of information. As you can clearly see, for the Ten of Cups, we have like a statement or like what can be considered like the Ten of Cups. And then divination, we have the Sanskrit, Hebrew, Ogham. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Please let me know in the comments below because I don't know. And then a musical instrument, which is really cool. So I feel like we have a lot of interesting information. Look at that. We have a little table up there. We seem to have the tables for the major arcana, but not for the minors, which is okay. Very interesting. We have some Vedic Tarot table. And some interesting things here at the back, which is cool. Very interesting. So, yes, we do have the split thing, which, as I said earlier, not a fave. Not a fan, not a fave of mine. I really don't like when the cards are split. Like, the book is really thick, though, so they would probably have had to make the box deeper, maybe wider or something to do that. So this is an extra card. Not sure what that's for. Maybe I can use it as a bookmark for the for the guidebook itself, but yes, so this is what we have here. So these seem to be the major arcana cards. We have a lot of information around. That's probably what the extra information in the guidebook is for specifically. It's probably for the extra information here. The art is definitely interesting. I feel like I have maybe something Oracle-wise that could probably pair with this. I would have to look. But I feel like I have something in this kind of drawing style. That would be interesting. So we went into cups after the majors instead of wands. Okay, King of Cups. So these are the backs, and they are edged in black, which honestly, very nice. Goes well with the fronts because of the black, and it actually doesn't really clash with the backs either because there's a lot of black. So that's pretty nice. So I'm actually gonna just do that for now. I'm actually going to keep this one in specifically in order just so I can go through it and understand it more. So wands are actually next. Page. So shields seems to be pentacles from what I can see. Yeah, pentacles. This is a pentacle suit. So they only, let me see, they only renamed the pentacles. Again, we still have the same black gilding for that as well. So I'm going to leave that like that. I don't really want to shuffle it, though I feel like this will shuffle just fine. Mainly because when I do this, they kind of, it's not like the kind of gloss that sticks. If you want to know in terms of size, these are actually shorter than standard tarot. So as you can see, in terms of height, these are shorter, but they are wider. So they're shorter, but they're a little bit wider. Just the this border extra in terms of width, which is not too bad in my opinion. I feel like this is still easy to handle in the palm, mainly because they are shorter than standard tarot. So yes, but I'm really excited for this book actually. Seems really interesting. I think I have a dragon deck with this kind of art style. That's like a pencil crayon with maybe marker. Maybe that would pair well with this. It's another RedFeather deck that they sent me, I don't know, a year or two ago or something like that. That I haven't had a chance to really dive into, but I think it might pair well with this. Maybe I'll do something with that. But this book looks really interesting. A lot of information. We have both Sanskrit and Hebrew stuff. And then, I don't know how to pronounce this. Oham. I don't know. But I know what this is. It's a type of divination that has like specific, it's like a lines. People put them usually on sticks. And you can like throw the sticks and kind of like a charm divination. I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest with you, but I know what it is. I've seen it before. But yeah, so I'm excited for this. Really love that the box opens up like that. Very nice. And again, very sturdy. Like the box is really sturdy in my opinion. And the magnet is very good as well. So yeah, that was the Vedic Tarot. Let's get into the next one. So then we have the Animystic Tarot. This is by Willow Faye. I will tell you right now, I already love this art style just from the box itself. But it seems very interesting. So this deck specifically, from what I understand anyway, it takes on an animism type of like perspective. It seems like this retails for $29.99 in the US. You can see like the spot gloss. I don't know, when I hold it to the light, you can see the spot gloss on that. And the spot gloss there. Love it. This is really cool. And then it's blue, which is really cool. And then these are the sides. So on the opening, it says, unearth your potential. Your journey begins here amongst the magic of the earth and its animate beings. Really cool. Love that. So again, it does open, but doesn't open all the way. This one here. You have a little blurb here on the side. Another image. And then we have the guidebook first. And then the cards. This is what the inside looks like. Did get a little bit damaged here, but that's okay. Did its job. Protected the cards. So look at this blue edging, I have to say. Absolutely gorgeous. The band that was around it, the plastic thing that was around it, it was right in the middle of this. That's why there's that, but these are the backs. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. Let's look at the guidebook. So, okay, so we have full color cards for the major arcana. This is the blurb for the major arcana. Page and the little paragraph. So like maybe a page and a quarter, page and a half kind of thing. And then for the minors, you get about a page. And then small little cards for that. So yeah, that's interesting. We have both reverse and upright meanings for the two. Do we have any extra content at the back? No, maybe it's in the front. Anything interesting? We have a connection spread. And I think that's about it. It has some information about animism. Animism? I don't know if I'm saying this right, but anyway. And how to connect with your deck. You know, the usual things in the beginning of a guidebook, to be honest with you. I do really love these backs, honestly. This is fantastic. Okay, let's bring up half of this. Okay. So, really interesting. I actually really like the art style. And I have a few ideas in mind of what could pair with this in terms of oracle-wise for my own collection. Oh, I love that. Just a single leaf hanging on. Oh, this death card. Oh, I really like this death card with the tree being cut down. Tower. This is actually really nice. Not too bad for the wands, I have to say. Firefly. So for the wands, it was fireflies. Okay. Yeah, I really like this. You can still see and sense the RWS meaning within, in my opinion. So we have like the 2 cups here that are being girded by these flowers. And then you have like the broken ones here on this tree stump. The 8 of Cups. Yeah, I actually really love this. And then lastly, we have the swords. So for this one, we're ending on the swords. Oh, this is interesting. So this one seems to be moths and butterflies. For the... What was the pentacles, actually? I didn't even really realize. I think I saw bees. Yeah. Bees, bees, bees. Okay, so for pentacles, we had bees. Butterflies for swords. Butterflies and moths. Because I think one of them was a moth. And then wands, we had fireflies. And cups, there was a bunch of different, like, sea, fish related animals, which is really cool. I really like this. I am definitely going to be... I'm definitely going to be using this. Yeah, for sure. I have a few ideas of what I compare specifically this with from my Oracle collection. So I'll probably follow up with another video playing with this, like a playing with pairs kind of video with this specifically, because yeah, I really like this. I really like this a lot. But yes, this looks really great. I'm going to shuffle this, actually. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just shuffle. It shuffles nice. No issues whatsoever. Yeah, I really like that. So what popped up? We have both the Page and the Knight of Wands. So that really didn't, that probably fell out before we even shuffled properly. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to leave you with the Page of Wands. So here's the first part of the Page of Wands. And then the second part of the Page of Wands. Oh, look at that. It says fireflies represent the beginning of a journey in the realm of fire. Interesting. That's very interesting, actually. So that's it. Okay. So let's move on to the last deck. Yeah, last one. Okay, so the last deck is the Westwood Tarot. This is by Yasmin Westwood and written by Calliope. So this is the author of the guidebook, and then Yasmin obviously is the creator and the artist in regards to the deck itself. She does a lot of collage decks, and I was actually pretty excited actually about this. It was probably one of my anticipated releases for the year. And yeah, this came out in September, I'm pretty sure. I love the box. Let's take a moment to look at the box. Like, this looks so nice. It looks like a little book. It looks like something out of like a fantasy. Let's see. Okay, so this retails for $34.99 in the US. This is the back. Now, Yasmin has several decks with RedFeather already. I own none of them, I will say that. Though I did request last year when her Lenormand book came out, I requested to review that, but unfortunately never received it. I don't know. FedEx is very weird, and RedFeather tends to use FedEx to send me stuff. And they're a weird, very strange company, to be honest with you. I don't know what happens, but anytime someone uses FedEx to send me something, it always ends up getting lost, or I never receive it, and I'm like, what's going on? FedEx, I don't know. I don't know. They're the worst. I don't really like that company too much, but they sent me all of this stuff via USPS, which I appreciate. So yes. Oh, I already love the cover of the guidebook. We have this. So yeah, so I requested the Lenormand book. I never received it, so I was not able to take a look at it. I am very interested in her Lenormand though, because it has this fantastical kind of collage, which is really interesting and very up my alley. I do have several Oracle decks with a similar kind of collage style that is like fantastical, fantasy related, that I feel like would pair really well with this particular deck. I will say that the inside did come damaged. However, it did its job and it protected the cards because the cards themselves are in great condition. So I don't really care so much about this. I wish I could take it out though, but the bottom is glued to the box. So can't really do that, but I think I'm just going to leave it for now the way it is, or maybe I can just cut it out or something afterwards. But yes, so I will just put that there. But these are the backs of the cards. I love the backs. So green is like my favorite color, and I absolutely love the backs so much. It is gilded in gold. I will say though, if you do get this deck, be careful with the gilding, because this kind of gilding, you have to separate the cards, and the fact that they're glossy, you have to separate the cards very carefully. So do be careful when separating the cards if you do buy this, and make sure you don't rip them. Because I did separate all of them before I started filming this video, because I didn't want to stand here for 50 million years unsticking every single card slowly, one by one. So yes. So this is the guidebook. Look at that. Beautiful. Thick. I already know I'm going to love this particular deck, honestly. This is the table of contents. And it gives you like the cards. So we have the card image here. Like a little poem or something, prose, some kind of like nice little poem or prose here about the card itself. Then we have some keywords and concepts. We have a light, a shadow, keywords. We have the scene, so it describes the card itself. Then we have moon in love, moon in career, moon in wellness, finance, magic of the moon, wisdom or words of wisdom from the moon, further indulgence, and spirit guide is crayfish. Is that what's in the card? that is what's in the card. So that is your guy. Crayfish? Am I pronouncing this right? I don't know. So yeah, let's see if they give that for the... Okay, here. 9 of Wands. See, let's just see if there's the same structure. So we have light shadow, scene. 9 of Wands in love, career, wellness, finances, magic of the 9 of Wands, words of wisdom, and spirit guide. And this has a little quote here. Perfect. Wow, okay. So we have the same structure. Same structure. Fantastic. I love that. I love when guidebooks have the same structure for both the major and the minor arcana. It's something I really love. Okay. I'm just going to split this. There we go. So it'll be easier for me to hold and show you the cards. So, yes. So these are all animal based. It is a collage deck. It's digital collage. I really like this. I feel like this will pair well with, oh, what's that deck from Hay House? Sacred Forest Oracle. Look at the sun card with the... with the rocking horse. I was trying to think of the word. It's late. I'm tired. Ace of Wands. I love this. Ratatouille? Kind of reminds me of Ratatouille. Oh my god. Peacocks. And these are a type of dragon. I think this is a type of dragon. Another dragon. Here's the giraffe that we saw earlier. He's wearing a hat. How dapper of him. And then a lion. Okay, love that. Okay, let's get into the rest of the deck. This is going to be fun to use, in my opinion. I really like this. Oh, I hit my camera, sorry. Oh, spiders. Nope. No thanks. No thanks. What is this? What's that? 9 of Swords? Sorry, I need to look this up. Let's see what that is. 9 of Swords. Monsters are real. Oh, it's just some kind of monster. It's a shoebill. A shoebill? Shoebill. Shoebill? It's a monsterized shoebill. Monsterized shoebill. It's so scary. Oh my god. Oh. Dead animals. Don't like that. Ten of Swords always creeps me out, honestly. Oh, I love this. So much green. This is so cute. I know she has other decks as well. I think the other decks that she has with RedFeather are like a Hummingbird Oracle. And, oh god, I don't even know what else. I think I'm going to request her Lenormand from them. And the book. I wanna see the book. Since I never got it last year. I would love to see the book. So yeah, so the size of this is definitely taller and wider than standard tarot. I don't know if this would be the same size as a standard oracle. Let me check. Okay, so I took a card from my Moonology deck. So there's a slight, very, very slight, that you wouldn't even really notice. It's a little bit shorter. I don't know if you can really see. It's just a touch, literally a little smidge shorter on both the height and width. So I would say it's more comparable to an oracle, standard oracle, than to a tarot, obviously, because it's definitely taller and wider than tarot. So yes, but in terms of shuffling, this is a glossy cardstock, but it doesn't feel like the kind of sticky, glossy kind of cardstock, so it feels like it's shuffling pretty good overhand anyway, for me specifically. Then if I wanted to do it like this, I can. Yeah, that works too. So, yes. Okay, I'm going to leave you with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles. Keywords and concepts. Scene. It is an ocelot. Okay. Then we have in love, in career, and wellness. Finances, astrological sign. Ooh, okay. Words of wisdom and spirit guide. And then we have a quote. So obviously it seems like the courts probably have different information. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's no magic. Seems like. Just, yeah, so there's no magic. There's only the astrological signs. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Very interesting. I am excited to actually use this because, yeah, this is gonna be great in my opinion. So if you made it this far in the video, let me know in the comments below by putting a unicorn emoji. I feel like this has inspired this has inspired my fantasy love. So yes, put a unicorn emoji in the comments below. Let me know in the comments as well what you thought of these particular decks. Has anything caught your eye? Are you interested in anything? I do thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on the bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated and helps me in the long run. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great day.